First like to thank the University of New Hampshire and all those involved in putting together the Fellows Program. This is our second opportunity to use it, and it has been just as great as the first. So I'd like to introduce our fellow, Hetal Patel. She's a junior at the University of Southern California, pursuing environmental studies. It was kind of an interesting twist of fate that Hetal from Connecticut ended up at USC, and me from Southern California and a USC alumnus ended up in Connecticut. So I'll say fight on for the Trojans. Hetal will be, she'll be leaving next week to return to USC and to her educational pursuits and hopefully continue some of the volunteer environmental activities she has been involved in the past. She has certainly been a delight with us to work, even with the virtual environment and not being able to work directly. We will certainly miss her and her enthusiasm here at the town of Groton. And the town appreciates your contributions to our program. And we would hope that we could work with her other than virtually in the future. Since she is from our area, maybe we'll be able to see her again when she returns home. I will let Hetal take it from here. So thank you very much, Hetal.
Of course, thank you, Rick, for the introduction, and thank you, Megan and Jennifer, for resolving our issue. As Rick mentioned, this summer I worked with the town of Groton, and through tracking energy and fuel consumption, as well as a few other metrics, we were able to create a greenhouse gas inventory that really totals the total emissions of the town of Groton in metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. And so, as Rick mentioned, we previously did a greenhouse gas inventory in 2017. So this was an extension to that. And from 2017 to 2020, we found approximately a 14% decrease in total greenhouse gas emissions. Some of these decreases may include the COVID pandemic, as there's less utility consumption, as well as the closings of various schools, which we will talk about later in the recommendations. Yes, so what's next with the town of Groton? In addition to the greenhouse gas inventory, I also created a set of recommendations that encapsulates what Groton is going to need to do in order to reach net zero emissions by 2050, which essentially means having no additional greenhouse gas emissions into the atmosphere. And as you can see by this chart, there are three strategies and how much they would decrease the total emissions by, and the final column is these strategies combined. In order to reduce that final column completely, there are a few other strategies, including reducing commuting patterns by working from home, as well as a few other retrofitting strategies. But the main strategy put into place is creating a climate action plan for the town of Groton, and sticking to that plan in order to reach our 2050 goals. Next slide, please. Thank you. So there's been many takeaways throughout this whole process. This summer, I was really able to engage in new ideas and think critically, especially through just working remotely. We have to really find new ways to solve problems. So that's been really helping to find new solutions to our problems. Along with that, the collaborative network and mentorship through UNSHI, as well as with Rick Norris and everyone at the town of Groton, it's been a very, very formative experience. And lastly, I want to thank all of the supportive fellows, the admissions group, as well as the leaders of this program, Megan, Jennifer, Michelle, Fox, as well as anyone else who has contributed to this summer. Thank you very much.